Good evening, everybody, and welcome to LaSalle College High School for a Philadelphia Catholic League matchup between LaSalle and St. Joe's Prep. Jason Harrigan, the head coach of the Hawks, is with us here. And Jason, great to see you too. Heck of a win on opening night of the Catholic League play against Archbishop Bryan. How'd you guys do it?
Our guys had a good defensive effort. We knew it was going to be a handful. They got two really, really good players. They got a veteran team, a good coach. So, our guys just played for 32 minutes, and we talk about that all the time. Just playing for 32 minutes, late in the game, we were able to get the score close. We finished strong. We got 5 guards on the court. So eventually we started hitting our shots, started exploiting some of their matchups, and our guys closed the deal.
And now you take that to tonight here. You guys are 1-0 in the league, and now you face an arch rival in LaSalle. What is going to be a challenge here coming in road territory against this Explorer team?
It's the same challenge as every Catholic League game, just getting ready for the next opponent. You had a big win the other night, but now you got to stay focused, just stay in the present where we're at. This team is a new-look team for them, not a lot of kids that we're really familiar with. So just trying to make sure that, we stick to what we do best, play solid basketball for 32 minutes.
Jason Harrigan, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Bob.
That's Jason Harrigan, and we'll grab Ryan Ansel if we can before they go to the officials meeting at center court. Danny?
Yeah, well, right there, Jason Harrigan, head coach of St. Joseph's Prep, said our guys played for 32 minutes, and hey, they're about to play for 32 more tonight against the LaSalle Explorers. They lost their first home opener, their opener game against Monsignor Bonner. It was a blowout, 78-48, but now they get a chance to course correct here when the 5-2 St. Joe's Prep Hawks step into the O.B. O'Brien court. They're 1-0 in league play, like Bob had said. They had a great win over Archbishop Bryan on their home court the other night to get into league play. Now, this team is a different look team than Monsignor Bonner. If you're familiar with the Bob Long Sports Network, they're definitely a little bit smaller. They don't actually have a set starting center with the absence of Guillouette, who was a great player last year. I had the privilege of calling him against Archbishop Wood in the quarterfinals of the PCL, and this team played a great game. They just came up short, almost on the brink of a run to the Palestra, just a few points shy of beating Archbishop Wood. But this year, it's a clean slate, and this St. Joe's Prep team is fired up to go on what would look like to be another run. So now the LaSalle Explorers take the court here again, and we have a little bit under 7 minutes to go here before tip. A beautiful Friday night here for basketball from LaSalle College High School. And these LaSalle players start to take the court here.
Danny, sorry to leave you hanging down there, my friend. Lot to talk about as we wait for Ryan Ansel to come out here, and I'm not sure we'll actually have the time, but a long and passionate discussion, I'm sure. An important game for this team after a tough loss to a Bonner team with playoff hopes this season in his first year at the helm. Let's see what this program is able to do. And we have Ryan with us here. Brady Joyce, come find us. Where's Waldo? Here we are. Ryan Ansel is with us, and I think you got a minute until the officials meeting. You come in here against an arch rival. This is your first LaSalle St. Joe's game as the head coach of the program. Means a lot around these parts, and what's it mean to your guys here tonight?
Yeah, I think we're excited to compete. Again, after the Bonner game, we learned some things. They shot the ball very well, and this team's going to come in and expect to do the same thing. So we got to make sure that doesn't happen from the get-go. We got to be physical, we got to be tough, and we got to make sure we get great shots. And this time they're going to go in, whereas the other day they didn't.
One more quick one here. In terms of the Catholic League, you're playing on just 2 days rest. How do you recover and get back for a big game like this on a Friday night?
Yeah, I think mentally it's just making sure they're mentally right and they're focused on the right things. They took care of their bodies so that they're ready to go, and we did the preparation in practice, and we're ready to compete and have fun out there together.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Ryan Ansel with us here. We'll send it back to you, Danny.
Yeah, well, Ryan Ansel right there talking a lot about focusing up on this St. Joseph's Prep team, and they especially need to focus up on the immense guard talent that's present with these Hawks. You have a lot of guards here, and this is a team that tends to play 5 out. A lot of these players can shoot the lights out, but also create their own space and dribble into the basket. So this LaSalle matchup defense is going to be so imminent in a matchup like this.
Danny, great job hanging in there and taking care of that intro. Really good to hear from both coaches. 2 guys very giving of their time, and 2 coaches looking to bring their programs to new heights. Jason Harrigan, this is a team that wants to go win a Catholic League championship here this year, and a win against, I would call it the favorite, Archbishop Ryan in game number 1, puts them in a position to be in that driver's seat. And on LaSalle's side of the floor, it's a little bit different, Danny. It's a new look program. Ryan Ansell, first year at the helm. We've talked a lot about that. This is a program that wants to make the Catholic League playoffs. They want to win a couple of games that, let's face it, folks across the league don't think they're going to win. They're well coached, they're disciplined, and they're going to need to make some shots for that to happen here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Grayson McHugh is out on the court. That was a big absence for the LaSalle Explorers last game. That front court presence, 6'8" in the paint, is always someone that you're going to miss when he's not there. So it looks like he has a little brace on. He's taking shots. That could be a huge addition for the Explorers today, playing defense against the St. Joseph's Prep team.
Interesting. I do see him indeed shooting shots. We didn't get the starters yet. I'll still be intrigued to see whether that's a little gamesmanship from head coach Ryan Ansell or if he's really going out there to play here tonight. But McHugh, you talk about his impact. It's enormous. He is a big man on the floor, really one of the lone front court threats for this Explorer team. Taking on a St. Joe's Prep team, Danny, that lost Tristan Gillowette in the offseason. There was a thought that perhaps he would be eligible for one more season at the high school level. PIAA said no, he is not. So he is off to one of those schools, the independent schools, where you do not need to play for just 4 years. You can reclassify and play as a 5th-year senior. So now it's a new look St. Joe's Prep team because they're going to play a 5-out offense with 4 guys, maybe even 5, that can knock it down from the outside at any given moment.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's where LaSalle's man-to-man defense is so important because I mentioned this when you were down on the court with Ryan Ansell, Bob, but, you know, this St. Joe's Prep team could do a great job of shooting the basketball from the perimeter, but they also do a great job of creating space, moving off the ball in that 5-out offense, like you said, and then seeing if they can get to the rack and take it on straight to the basket.
By the way, a new addition to our broadcast team here tonight. We've talked about Brady Joyce. He's here on camera, of course. But Oliver Gomez is with us doing statistics here tonight. He's got a headset on, and he can hear us in his ear, and he'll be delivering stats. Oliver, so good to have you. And if at any point you want to jump in and say something, just let me know, and we'll pop your volume up. But it's great to have you. Great to have Danny. Great to have Brady on hand. Big night in the Philadelphia Catholic League, really a big week in the Catholic League, Danny, as it started on Tuesday, the 2nd of January, and 40 days and 40 nights of Philadelphia Catholic League basketball before we get to the best postseason in high school sports here in Pennsylvania, the Philadelphia Catholic League playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that was one thing that Alan Chamberlain spoke about actually over the course of the summer and all the circuits that these Hawks played on, is that last year, that was a St. Joe's Prep team that beat Roman Catholic and just fell short to Archbishop Wood. They were right on the cusp of getting into that playoff spot and possibly playing a game at the Palestra. So that's been a big motivator for this team. And then for LaSalle to get back to where they once were just a few years ago is, of course, on the bulletin board, as always.
I have said that ad nauseum. The hot take, if you will, of mine is that if St. Joe's Prep had beaten Archbishop Wood in that 4-5 matchup that we had seen, they would have had every chance to go win the state championship. Roman was a little bit undermanned because Jeremiah Stewart Herring and Eric Oliver Bush could not play. They squeaked by Archbishop Wood in the state semifinal, and then Reading High School actually beat that Roman Catholic team in the state final in overtime. So, yeah, in an alternate universe, Danny, and we were there doing that game. That game was excellent. Had Archbishop Wood not been able to take down St. Joe's Prep, I think you could have easily been looking at a St. Joe's Prep state champion last year. We're bringing now inside the broadcast booth. He's Danny, he's Oliver, Brady is on camera. So, Danny, one more thought here before Chris Carabello gets us going.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a huge matchup here, and for LaSalle at least, just so crucial to get back into the win column here in PCL. It could be a big upset.
LaSalle will be dressed in white here tonight, and St. Joe's Prep will be dressed in the black. Jason Harrigan, third-year head coach. Ryan Ansel, the first-year head coach for LaSalle. Jim is filling up here tonight. And, oh, by the way, join us at halftime because we will have a special one-on-one interview with Lefty Irvin, longtime legendary head coach at LaSalle University and here at LaSalle High School as well. Now we will send it down to the public dress announcer. His name is Chris Carabello, who will get us ready for this contest and will play the national anthem.
Athletes and fans may be able this day to follow his example of unflagging energy in pursuit of a goal, absolute loyalty to his brothers, and generosity to his opponents. As he founded the Christian schools to keep young people safe from harm and to develop the talents you gave them, grant that these young men who play today may do so free from injury and with an ever-growing respect for the gifts and strengths you have so richly blessed them with. St. John Baptist of LaSalle, pray for us. Live Jesus in our hearts forever. Please remain standing as we honor America, our men and women in the armed forces, and veterans of military service, with the playing of our national anthem, performed and recorded by the LaSalle Concert Band.
And now we'll meet the starters here for both teams here on a Friday night in January in the Philadelphia Catholic League. Does not get much better than that. We'll meet the Hawks first.
First for the visiting Hawks of St. Joseph's Prep. 0, junior Olin Chamberlain.
Olin Chamberlain has the bloodlines. Great nephew of Wilt Chamberlain, a sharpshooter from the outside, a junior. And here's Jaron McKee on that short list for guys that you think about as first-team All-Catholic, potentially Player of the Year in the Philadelphia Catholic League. Jordan Ellerby, I think in many ways the key to this St. Joe's Prep team. Long, athletic, can throw it down and can knock it down from deep. Jalen Harper, a great rebounder. They're going to ask a lot of him, standing at 6'3" this year. Kind of that point forward. He is a senior that is going to have to replace Tristan Gillowette, and then Matt Gorman, a 6'2" senior guard, rounds out the starting five for St. Joe's Prep. And Liam Hawley, the southpaw point guard, gets it started for this LaSalle Explorer team dressed in white here tonight. Nick Parisi battled foul trouble in the last game against Bonner Prendergast. That will be a key to have him in for as many minutes as he can. Will Bear, and I think there's the answer to your question about Grayson McHugh. Bear, a suitable replacement for McHugh coming off the bench, but he gets the start, and we can only wonder that McHugh not available here tonight. Hayes Altamare, number 21, got some good looks from beyond the arc that started dropping late in that game against Bonner Prendergast, and Joe Shields, senior, a leader, and one of the keys to this Explorer team. So neither team's going to go particularly tall coming out of their respective huddles. A bunch of guards across the board, Danny. And this will be a good one. I think the question will be, St. Joe's Prep, they like to run. LaSalle does too, but I think, LaSalle team, can they go out and get a quick look? If not, Can they get into that half-court offense and slow down this St. Joe's Prep attack on any type of transition?
Yeah, well, absolutely, Bob. And, you know, games where you have a lot of guards on the floor, I feel like are always more entertaining in a way. There's a lot more creativity, and a lot of these players need to become crafty to get to the bucket, you know, when the shot isn't always there.
This is the big rivalry in the Philadelphia Catholic League. Two historic programs really at all sports, but when you think about St. Joe's Prep and LaSalle, not a lot of love lost. Let's get this one underway. LaSalle will control that tip. St. Joe's Prep comes out man-to-man defensively. Chamberlain is the one to guard Hawley. Altamare, that's a tough pass, got all the way to Shields. Extra pass for Altamare, and that's got to feel good for him. A good start for LaSalle.
Excellent ball movement there by the Explorers. Hawley with great vision, then find Altamare out.
Jalen Harper, and now a touch for Jaron McKee, and that one's halfway down. Parisi double teamed and gives it away. Loose ball, and here comes Jordan Ellerby. It's 4-on-3 if they hurry. Olin Chamberlain. It's good.
Yeah, and Olin Chamberlain there fired up for that make, and that's, I'm sure, something that this Prep defensive set is going to look to do is try and trap Parisi and get transition points just like that.
That's a great look there from Liam Hawley. Can't argue with that, getting the defender in the air. Dribble drive. Yes, it's a finish from Matt Gorman.
Yeah, Gorman up to the hoop right there, and now we start to get a look at how high tempo this offense is for St. Joseph's Prep.
Here's Liam Hawley. St. Joe's Prep staying man-to-man defensively. Got to a pretty good spot. There's Will Bear. You got to get that pass to your best scorer there. Altamare, though, he'll try again, and he's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc.
Altamare there in the right place and the right time. Last game, a lot of those threes didn't fall, but he's hot early in this one.
McKee through traffic, throws it up wildly. He wanted a foul call. Parisi in rhythm. 3 triples for LaSalle.
LaSalle, how about that? Back-to-back-to-back on the three-pointers. 100% from the field.
It's a team that's feeling themselves and confident after a tough loss on Tuesday. St. Joe's Prep looking to withstand an early gut punch. Ellerby. And that one stays in play. McKee. Ellerby, and this time glides through the lane and uses that glass.
That would be a great fundamental bucket right there. Drove in, realized that he couldn't get the layup off, so why not float her off the glass?
Well, I like that. He could have taken that same 3 again there, Danny, but LaSalle sagged, and so he's able to carve his way into the lane. Bear, that's a challenging pass. Good job by Altamare. Hawley, it's picked his pocket. Oh, what a pass! Jaron McKee on the all-world assist from Ellerby. And that's the second giveaway there for Nick Parisi.
Yeah, Parisi almost looked up right there, and that ball just grazed past his finger. And just like that, we have a tie game already.
It's an entertaining brand of basketball that we're seeing early on in this one. Olin Chamberlain with the keys to the car. Here's Jalen Harper. Again, probably not a back-to-the-basket guy normally, but asked to play that role this year for St. Joe's Prep without a true 5. Parisi. And a blocking foul will send him to the line. We'll get another look at Matt Gorman, who stands in and commits the blocking foul.
Yeah, well, great job of Parisi right there. Making something out of nothing. Getting that ball up, and yeah, I guess just that contact was enough to call it. He'll be sent to the line for 2.
And again, our first-timer on the broadcast here, Oliver Gomez, is with us. Great to have you here. Oliver, if you have any stats that stand out to you, feel free to star them, circle them, show them to Danny, and we'll make sure we showcase them on the air here. Olin Chamberlain. That one's good for 3. That's his second triple.
Yeah, Olin Chamberlain right there. Great stroke. And from afar, he's hard to miss.
No good that time from Altamare. It's a good look, though.
How about the handle right there?
Harper. He is fouled by Will Bear. He'll have to earn it at the line.
And Harper right there did a great job of jumping on the way to the basket. You have that crossover, top of the key, sees space, there, jump stop, and then all the way up, draws the foul. Almost an and one opportunity.
Quite an athlete, no doubt about that. He really didn't dribble the ball once he got to the top of the key. Able to get there with one step and jump stop. St. Joe's Prep also started a little bit slowly against Archbishop Bryan. You can excuse that, certainly. Archbishop Bryan, one of, if not the best team in the state of Pennsylvania at any classification on any given night. Came back and won that game at home. These guards were unbelievable. Nick Parisi is blocked. Jalen Harper up above the rim.
Yeah, Harper's a tough guy to meet at the rim like that. Got his whole hand around that one, it seemed.
Little grab there that wasn't called, and the referees are letting them play this evening. Just 2 fouls total. This for the 3rd triple. Give him that shooter's roll. Olin Chamberlain.
Yeah, the Chamberlain bounce right there for Olin, and then a great job of getting to that three-pointer.
Danger zone here for LaSalle. Nick Parisi. Holly got a hand on it. That's an unbelievable pass, and look out below. Jordan Ellerby.
I mean, like you said, Bob, how do you get that pass off? And then Ellerby, the acceleration to get to the basket like that and throw that one down, I mean, that was a beautiful play.
Great job, extra pass, and Altamare nearly lost the basketball. First on the floor is St. Joe's Prep, and they're going to let him go one more time. Go up with the left hand, and Harper is pointing at Hawley on his way back to the bench.
Jalen Harper right there, a show-stopping play, and just like that, the Hawks are up by 11 points so far with 2:22 remaining in the first. All the way up there. We have liftoff at the south end of the O.B. O'Brien court.
St. Joe's Prep, and I no doubt all these other Catholic League teams are paying special note to our buddy Huck Palmer, who does the statistics for the Philadelphia Catholic League, and he's got a PCL dunk tracker this year. Danny, I don't know if you've seen that yet. If not, you got to get that in the rota of the things you're checking out on social media.
Absolutely.
Palmer, who does Huck does everything. I mean, he does all these statistics for every game across the league. Nobody sees more high school basketball and Catholic League basketball than that guy. And so he's got a three-point tracker. He's got a dunk tracker. He's got it all. He's impressive.
Absolutely. Well, we did that one game with him against Roman Catholic that one time.
That's right.
Absolutely. A great guy and a great mind. And, of course, definitely the motion man behind all of the PCL statistics and every metric that you see online. So, of course, a lot of respect for him.
2 minutes and change to go. Shields is open for 3, and that's well long. Harper, great look up the floor. And LaSalle just got beat down the other end. Will Lesovitz off the bench, his first touch of the game.
Yeah, and Lesovitz, great awareness right there. As soon as the Hawks had that rebound, he was already halfway down the court.
Olin Chamberlain, and it's been a bunch of open floor transition looks for St. Joe's Prep, some more thunderous than others. And by my count, there's a double dribble there against Lesovitz. By my count, I mean, it was 9-6, right? So an 18-0 run for St. Joe's Prep in the final 4 or so minutes of this quarter.
Yeah, absolutely, Bob. And you mentioned it when LaSalle had made those 3 threes consecutively. Can Prep respond to this gut punch? It looks like they have so far. Like you said, an 18-0 run, pretty much uncontested right there. And we saw what they've done in the interior as well as beyond the arc.
And there is a discussion here at the scorer's table. We'll take this opportunity to tell you about our good friends at the Great American Pub. Great American Pub is a great place to go out for your next meal with your family or friends. Great American Pub is run by the Hampshire family, who have been partners of ours this year and support us in what we do, allow us to go all across Philadelphia, do these games, upgrade the equipment when we need to, and we really appreciate their sponsorship. So, go to the Great American Pub in Phoenixville and Conshohocken. There's a third location as well. They are the spot to go for wings, for food, for drinks, even a heated outdoor patio on the roof. So go check them out and tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you. And then Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. They're our favorite LaSalle realtors, and they helped my wife and me to buy our dream home. They also helped 2 of our referrals to them close on their homes as well. And you ask anybody about these folks, you can check out their reviews. The personalization, the service, the professionalism, it all stands out when you're talking about Carrie Guerin Boyle and Jim McLaughlin. And by the way, when you tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you, you get not just one realtor, but they will both work for you. So that's more availability. That's a second set of eyes on all those documents as you're negotiating. They can help you. And even if you're looking to sell your home, they're licensed in multiple states. They can help you with whatever your dream is. Make sure to give them a call with the contact information that you see below.
An administrative technical foul has been assessed to St. Joseph's Prep.
So I don't know if you heard that from the public address announcer, but an administrative technical foul called against St. Joe's Prep. There was an issue with the scorebook and who was on the floor. Something wasn't right. So Nick Parisi will take those technical foul shots.
So LaSalle able to capitalize at least on half of those shots from the line. It appears they'll get the ball back. Joey O'Brien is checking in for the Explorers, as well as Luke Hudak.
Hudak, who has played great minutes, scored double digits off the bench, and Wildwood also had a nice game off the bench against Bonner Prendergast, one of the only guys that had a good contest and able to get that ball across, and Joey Shields turned into a trap and traveled.
Yeah, definitely Shields tightly guarded right there. Couldn't really find the dribble and then walk with the ball, so a good call from the refs. Prep up 14 with another chance to capitalize on some points before the quarter ends.
The last 4 minutes of this quarter have been really defined by transition looks for St. Joe's Prep. Quite frankly, they've gotten too many easy ones. That one will stay here with 1 minute and 5 seconds to go. This is a team that does play decent half-court defense, but when they do let the other teams get out in transition, you're talking about turnovers, you're talking about long rebounds, you're talking about not getting back quickly enough. That's where they start to struggle defensively. And that's just a big-time shot going behind the screen, Jaron McKee.
Debbie, if you give McKee any bit of space, even a morsel of space, he's bound to hit from far.
27 points in 7 minutes of basketball for St. Joe's Prep. After we said what was a momentary slow start, they have turned it on. Hawley picked up his dribble in a tough spot. O'Brien is open for three, and there is Luke Hudak. And O'Brien and Hudak not quite on the same page. Giveaway with 20 seconds to play.
Yeah, it appeared that looks like Shields wanted him to stay kind of stationary there down by the baseline.
Yeah, I think Shields got a little ahead of himself too, kind of coming to that jump stop and kind of hot potato, had to get rid of it.
Just a confusing play.
Yeah, but important to kind of not get ahead of yourself, play off 2 feet. Altamari will check into the game. Shields nearly got a pretty good steal there, did a nice job poking that away. Baseline referee called the foul, just the team's second.
There's Jeff from Altamari there, read the pass. With one main Hawks ball.
He's had a great game, Danny.
Absolutely. Definitely need him to continue having a good one for the Explorers to have a chance in this one.
In fact, I would say the St. Joe's Prep run coincided with when he spent some time on the bench.
Absolutely.
Final 5 seconds, and it's wide open for Harper. O'Brien pulls that one down, and they won't get a look. Won't count if it goes. And that is the end of the first quarter. St. Joe's Prep, 27 points in that first quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, that just really proves the point-scoring ability of this Hawks team. I mean, they're able to really fire things off from afar, but also drive into the hoop. They do it all.
Let's hear from Oliver Gomez. Oliver.
Yeah, both teams aggressive with threes early on. LaSalle, it's the same against Bonner. They took a lot of threes in the first quarter. Altamari, it's huge to see him start to get a couple to go down, but sort of cooled off towards the end there. But the Prep, once again, aggressive, making a lot of their threes, making a lot of plays down low, and drawing fouls, making those free throws.
Oliver, well done for your first time on there. I'd love to just leave your mic up if you want to join in on commentary. Yeah, you ready to go? Let's do it. Awesome. You can keep doing those stats, certainly, if it helps, and knowing point totals and whatnot, but why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what has you interested in broadcasting?
So I'm Oliver. I went to Norwood Fountain Pond Academy. I play soccer here at LaSalle, so big sports guy. I love baseball, so just sort of seeing like Tom McCarthy, John Kruk, it just seems like a lot of fun to do this kind of stuff. So it's just kind of something that, you know, it's a bucket list item for me. That's definitely awesome to get to be a part of.
Good. It is fun to do this stuff. I agree. That's why we're doing it. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the Bob Long Sports family, and hope to see more of you after tonight.
Happy to have you here, Oliver.
Second quarter action gets underway here. By the way, not many seats to be had. Not surprising, too, a St. Joe's Prep LaSalle game, regardless of the records coming in. Always a fun one. Oh, that's an unbelievable back cut there by Lesovitz.
I mean, the read was phenomenal as well. That takes a lot of chemistry to pull off right there. You got to know your teammate to make that type of move.
And that pass was an ambitious one from Preston Washington. Harper. Contact, count it, and one.
Yeah, Harper there was met with a lot of contact coming up, and the N1 opportunity is just another chance to get on the board for number 3. He's had a big game so far, Bob.
That's his first, team's first.
And completes the old-fashioned three-point play. Washington did not see action until the second quarter here. He can fill it up, unabashed to let it go as well. Picks up his dribble, though, in a tough spot. Luke Hudak has it now. It's a lightning quick move, but a nice job by Gorman. And Hudak is blocked again. Couple of second and now third chances here for this LaSalle team. O'Brien, no. And McGuire pulls it down. Jackson McGuire's first action.
Yeah, and O'Brien right there, a little bit too soft on the lay, but Salle had 3 chances there to score, and they just could not convert.
Ellerby got hot against Archbishop Bryan. So did everybody else, quite frankly. Hitting shots like that, though. Hayes, Altamari, contact, count it, and one. Big day from Hayes Altamari. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, Hayes Altamari right there. That's a very high IQ play there. He knew exactly where the lane was, went up, didn't go up too quickly. He stopped right there, and then puts that one up with the contact right there. It's a great play.
LaSalle switches things up. They're going to a zone. Looking to slow down the St. Joe's Prep offense. Tough when you got a bunch of guards that can shoot from distance. Good job by Washington. Washington from the elbow. That one wasn't close. St. Joe's Prep made the right call there, though. Even that pass, it was intercepted, but you got to get the ball to the center of the zone like they do right there and see if you can find an open man. Ellerby got ahead of himself. In comes McKee and Chamberlain, and that's a good substitution there by Harrigan. Recognized that they threw a different zone at you. Let's put the veterans back in the game and the two best ball handlers on this team.
Yeah, absolutely. You're almost at halfway here in the second quarter, so definitely important that you preserve this lead if you're St. Joseph's Prep, but at LaSalle, if there's any way you can chip at it, the zone seems to be successful so far.
Washington again picks up his dribble early. Ellerby, and on the long rebound, St. Joe's Prep looks to push. Harper, good kick, Gorman. That one hit off the heel, but Jason Harrigan was clapping even before the ball went in the air. He loved the look, and that's a great way to find that trailer in transition. Parisi couldn't finish amongst the trees. Olin Chamberlain resets himself and puts it in.
Yeah, and Prep right there answers really, really quick. In the last possession, you wanted a guy like Parisi to just go up there and do something like that, as he's fouled with the chance to go to the line on the shooting foul.
Yeah, this is the second game in a row, Danny, where you have a team like St. Joe's Prep that just loves to get out and run. In a lot of ways, they're more efficient offensively when they're doing so. LaSalle, they want to run up tempo as well, but some of these quick looks, long rebounds, and or turnovers are leading to pretty substantial and good looks in transition.
Yeah, absolutely. But like you said, I mean, just sometimes it helps to fight fire with fire. I mean, if you have a team like St. Joseph's Prep that's running all across the court offensively, then, you know, maybe you can catch them laps, you know, on their defensive transition.
There. 38-15, and LaSalle stays in that 2-3 zone with Joey Shields flashing to the top. Good rebound by Altamare. Forced a quick three from distance.
Altamare almost got caught up right there.
Hawley now carves his way into the lane. Extra pass, Hudak. Rebound there by O'Brien, and he gives you that unbelievable athleticism. Hawley got a great look.
Yeah, LaSalle right there did everything they could, but they just couldn't find the ball in that net.
Harper.
Even had a high percentage shot.
Counted and one. Gorman on the finish. It's a great off-ball cut. How about this vision? Jalen Harper get into the lane, move off the ball. Beautiful.
I mean, Jalen Harper's just a real threat for this LaSalle team. I mean, right now, at least so far, we're not even done with two, and he's really shown he can do everything on the floor for the Hawks.
It's quite a league, night in and night out. Not many gimme wins for anybody.
No, and like you said, for that Bonner game, Bob, I mean, every game has seeding value. So it's so important to not take teams lightly, and also to see if you can be a little upset team in someone's championship run.
Hayes Altamare is having one heck of a night. That time he plays off 2 feet. We've talked about guys kind of getting ahead of themselves and traveling. This is the definition of playing off 2 feet. Get to that jump stop, lean that body in, get the defender in the air, and subvert that shot block opportunity by going into his body. You create the contact, and he had the chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, that would also happen on that previous play where Altamari was sent to the line. I mean, does a great job of drawing fouls by, stopping when he gets straight to the basket.
And he just picked up his 3rd personal foul. Certainly he was going to be beaten on that drive, but you need him in the game. And this is just kind of a giveaway foul there with that poke from behind. He's going to have to come off the floor, or so I thought. Nobody's at the table. Here comes Preston Washington. And it won't be in time, at least not for that inbounds play. So he's got to be very, very careful.
Yeah, a low percentage look there from beyond from Jordan Ellerby.
Stay with us, folks, at halftime because we will have Lefty Irvin as our halftime guest. Luke Hudak from deep.
Yeah, Hudak right there did a great job getting in the corner quick, fired that one off.
Irvin has a very interesting story. He was an assistant coach at LaSalle College at the time, and then took the job as the head man here at LaSalle High School. Made a couple of Philadelphia Catholic League playoffs in his 2 seasons, and then was brought back to LaSalle College to be the head coach. And he had a very nice career there for LaSalle University. He's back on campus to support this team and to support head coach Ryan Ansell in his first year with the program. So Oliver, jump in here in terms of what you've seen and from a standpoint of this LaSalle team from St. Joe's Prep, what you've seen so far.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see number 23, Will Lesovitz, the sophomore. He's been a big part of the game so far. He got in pretty earlier than I would expect any sophomore to come in. And he was a big part of holding at the top of the key, making a lot of key passes, some good passes to get some good looks down low, and definitely contributed to a lot of the points that the Prep's gotten down low.
Well, it's a good point. You talk about the youth on this St. Joe's Prep team because of what we talked about at the top of the broadcast as well. This was a team that expected to have Tristan Gillowett return for what would be his senior year, ruled ineligible effectively that it was his 5th year of high school. Intriguing story there, but with him not being part of the program any longer, now you have to have guys like him step up. Lesovitz and Jackson McGuire, who's had some time out there. Certainly Gorman, as a senior, has thrust himself into a starting role now because of that. O'Brien got a touch. And I don't know if this is going to go against Hawley or Hudak. They call it against Liam Hawley. His first. And the team's 4th. We talked a lot early on, but it's early enough in high school basketball season. Maybe it's your first time joining us here today. New rules, more analogous to what you see in the NBA versus college. So no longer are you counting up from 0 on fouls for the first and second quarter. There's no single bonus any longer. You reset the fouls at each individual quarter end, and 5 fouls put you right into the double bonus. Good skip pass. Joey Shields got it.
Yeah, Shields right there from deep. That's a huge convert for the Explorers.
1:50 to go, an 18-point contest. Good hands by Nick Parisi, and Washington comes up with it. Parisi from the wing. And that one hit the wire holding up near the stanchion, and that would have been a big one. Cut it to 15. I like the look from Parisi.
Yeah,
if LaSalle's, you can go, Oliver.
If LaSalle's going to get back into this game, it's going to be a lot of plays like that we're going to have to see. They got that 3-pointer from Shields, and then quick steal. And then getting a good look again. Unfortunately, didn't go down. But if they're going to find a way to call back into this game, it's going to be a lot more plays like that are going to let them do it.
McGuire. Shields there to wall him off. LaSalle still in that zone. And that's how you break down the zone defense. It was halfway down, but the execution was perfect from Chamberlain, getting to the center of the defense, collapsing 3 on him, and creating a wide open look. You'll take that if you're a St. Joe's Prep fan. Any time from Jaron McKee.
So under a minute here, LaSalle under no shot clock pressure. Just need to get a bucket off and convert.
Parisi, tough shot, a lot of contact, and a late whistle will send him to the line for 2.
Yeah, definitely huge for the Explorers right there. Any chance to get some points on the board before half is big. Continue to cut this lead down any way they can.
He's pure on both. And St. Joe's Prep not exactly running a slow offense to bake it down to the last second. Why would you? Will Lesovitz for 3.
How about that hop, skip, jump there from Ellerby there, right at the top of that key. Kicks that one out and then finds it right in the corner, wide open.
Down to the final 5 seconds. Washington count it and 1.
Yeah, Washington right there, an electrifying bucket with a chance for old-fashioned three-point play, and the 2.6 seconds right there. LaSalle needs that one bad.
Well, it was as much as a 23-point game, 38-15. And LaSalle has come back with 12 of the last 18 points. So close from Jaron McKee, and it is a 44-27 game. Stay with us, folks. We're going to head down and interview Lefty Irvin, longtime LaSalle University head coach.
So Oliver right there, one half a play down, and always a pleasure to have you in the booth. So what are some of your takeaways there from that first half?
I think it's just right now it's the Prep is, like we said, they like to run a lot, and they've definitely been doing that as much as they can right now. LaSalle needs to play tighter, I think. I think they need to limit them in their ability to run, their ability to make good passes down low. I think that's been a big part of how they've been chipping away, getting this lead bigger and bigger and bigger, is because of those risky passes they've been making down low. They've been converting on a lot of them to get those easy buckets, but LaSalle's got to try to see if they can steal some of those risky passes that have been taken.
Yeah, absolutely. So pivotal that LaSalle gets back in this game. I mean, definitely it looked for a little bit like it was out of reach, but they found their way back. 44-27 is our score, and we'll look to go down to Bob here, interviewing former coach Lefty here at half.
Danny, can you hear me up there? Okay. We're joined by a legend here at half court of LaSalle College and LaSalle College High School. Lefty Irvin is with us. Yes, indeed, head coach at both levels. What brings you back to campus here today to see your beloved Explorers?
My beloved Explorers are always in my blood. Live in Florida now. Watching your broadcast from Florida, which is so good. I'm here to support Ryan Ansel, who was a player of mine throughout the younger years, and I'm so pleased for him. Terrific program, very organized, the team, and we're playing a terrific high school team tonight. But yeah, LaSalle High was a big part of my life. I taught psychology here and was the coach here, and then LaSalle University, of course. It was a great experience.
That's great. Well, Lefty, I want to ask you about what's different. What's different about the gym? What's different about high school basketball? What's different about the game of basketball from when you were coaching to what it is today?
Just like the pro players, they're playing higher, but basically the game's the same. Like LaSalle's team tonight is playing pretty good defense, keeping people in front of them. So the game hasn't changed a whole lot. You got to play defense and help a lot, and pass the ball well, and you can't turn it over. We're having a few turnovers tonight here.
Looks like you're coach at heart still. Get over there to the bench and tell those guys.
I'll hammer them.
Well, you know what? A great coach is nothing without great assistants, and I know you had tremendous assistants over the years. You were an assistant yourself at LaSalle College, and that helped you get the job here at LaSalle High School. But two assistants of yours that we know well around here, Fran Dunphy and Joe Mihalik.
Yes, Joe Mihalik worked under me for many years, and Fran Dunphy was my teammate. Then I coached him with Paul Westhead, and then, of course, he was my assistant coach. On two different times I hired Fran Dunphy. So he's a lifelong friend and really a great person.
He is a great person and still doing a great job, Dunphy is at LaSalle University.
He sure is. They play hard and they pass the ball pretty well. You know, it's really exciting to see.
Lefty, from a standpoint of your LaSalle College teams, the collegiate teams that you coach, had some pretty good runs at LaSalle University. Could you take us through some of those highlights?
Well, I had Michael Brooks in 1980. We went to the NCAA tournament and lost to Purdue, but he was Player of the Year in America and one of the great players in Big Five history. I recruited and coached a little bit Lionel Simmons. So LaSalle with Kenny Durrett, before that Gola, Kenny Durrett, Michael Brooks, and Lionel Simmons, that was a pretty good run of all-stars.
That is a pretty good run. And what do you remember specifically about coaching here at the high school level before you went to coach LaSalle College, now university, at that level?
Well, I taught psychology, which was really cool because I gave all A's.
Wow, that's a good teacher. I love that. Yes, folks love to take your class.
Yeah. But smart kids, real dedicated, and just sincere. I always felt this school was sincere in their endeavor, what they're approaching life to teach. So it was wonderful for me.
You talked about supporting Ryan Ansell, who you've known for many, many years. I think the folks around here, by the way, a nearly full house, big crowd here tonight. Folks are still learning a little bit about Ryan because he's relatively new to coaching here, at least here at LaSalle in his first year. So from your vision and what you've known about Ryan his whole life, what can folks here expect to see in the coming years?
I think a foundation is being built of real integrity, but Ryan really knows the game. So you start there, and then you dedicate to good principles, which Ryan is doing. So he's going to build a wonderful program. They're organized, disciplined, smart at all times. Now, sometimes they don't make shots. And the turnovers tonight, it's a tough thing. But I think we're going to be just fine.
And you come from, you talk about coming from a coaching tree, playing under Bob McKillop, coaching with Landry Kosmolsky. We talked a little bit about your coaching tree and a couple of the guys that assisted you and what they've gone on to do in their careers. What's your opinion on that in terms of what a coaching tree means, what you take as an assistant when you go to take your first head job? How does that process work?
Well, you're always learning, aren't you? You're passing things on. You're capturing information, but integrity. You're capturing all that, and you become your own man. Ryan's going to be his own man, but think about his learning tree. From Davidson, before that, here in Philadelphia, Ryan's had a great experience. He's a heck of a coach.
He is a heck of a coach, and you as well. It's really good to see you. I'm going to surprise you here. I don't know that you would remember this, but the very earliest iteration of Bob Long Sports started in 2009, and you were one of my very first interviews, actually through the Ansell family, that we did on an old kind of hold the cell phone up to our radio system set. And I wanted to tell you that I remembered that. It was a great time, and it's great to see you here more than a decade later.
Well, thank you very much, Bob. Appreciate it.
Lefty Irvin, our guest, a legend of LaSalle, both at the college level and the high school level. Great to see you. Thanks for being with us. Danny?
Yeah, well, a tremendous interview right there with Lefty Irvin, a staple of Philadelphia Big Five basketball. and of course a staple in our beloved community here at LaSalle College High School. So, of course, a very special thanks to him for doing that interview for our network, for our fans, and and for all he's done, over the years for the city, for LaSalle, and just for the LaSallian network in general. So, with a little bit over 2 minutes left here in this little break before we get back into action, I'm excited to see what's in store here in the rest of this game.
All right, Danny, Oliver, thanks for handling that after that interview ended. Let's take a very quick break, and we'll come back for the second half here on Bob Long Sports.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business.
Thanks to everybody who joined us there at halftime for our interview with Lefty Irvin. It was so good to talk with him, a LaSalle legend who I don't think he's been back to LaSalle too often. He mentioned he is living in Florida and has for a long time. Good to get him back up to campus to see a game in this building again. Liam Hawley, strong carve out that backside there.
Yeah, a nice bucket there from Hawley. Finds his way to the rim. Doesn't really do it the easy way, but he works hard.
Bob Long, Oliver Gomez, and Danny Rovey here with Brady Joyce on the camera. That's a big-time move from Jalen Harper. Shields wants the basketball, spins away from the double team. That's a nice move.
Yeah, great awareness play. Like you said, Bob, spinning away from the double team, finds the glass on that one. Great play from the leader, Joey Shields.
Jordan Ellerby. The offensive carom, too strong down low for Will Bear on that one. Someone's got to come back to the basketball. Hawley carves his way in again. I love watching him play.
Yeah, Hawley, a nice touch right there on the floater from close range, and this third quarter is pivotal if LaSalle really wants to have a shot at this game.
That one's good from the elbow. Matt Gorman, a decisive flash to the elbow.
And of course, the fourth quarter in basketball is so important, especially on the high school level, but I really feel like the third is really where the game is managed.
In and out. Well, you're right. I mean, yeah, it's great to try to come back in the fourth quarter, but if it's a 20-point game, that's going to be tough. That'll help. Nick Parisi stands in and takes the charge from McKee.
One thing we've seen in just about every game so far of these Explorers, done a great job of taking charges when it matters.
Timeout on the floor. Chance for us to tell you about Next Play Basketball. It's an AAU basketball organization here in the Philadelphia area with some wonderful coaches and a whole heck of a lot of teams, by the way. 3rd grade all the way through 12th grade, boys and girls. Some of the best coaches in the area. If you're looking to take your game to the next level, that next level could be a lot of things. That could be you want to make your middle school team. That could be you want to make the A team on your 7th and 8th grade CYO team. And that could be that you want to play at the high school level or play at the college level. Check out Next Play Basketball online and on Facebook for more information. And then E&M Insurance in North Wales, run by Chris Marr. It's an insurance agency. They're an independent agent, meaning they work with a selective group of highly rated insurance companies that have proven their worth over the years. Dedicated to finding you the best service at the right price. And you can visit them at eandminsurance.com. That's eandminsurance.com, or visit them on Facebook. And then finally, our good buddy Chad Ormond, who runs a landscape contract company called CJO Design and Construction. Their website is listed below, cjodesignandconstruction.com. If you are looking for the next big project to do in your backyard, you got to start thinking about it now so that when that ground thaws out in the spring, that Chad and his team can come out and do what you need to make your backyard a palace. Appreciate them and their sponsorship of Bob Long Sports. Liam Hawley is given an open 3. It's a big rebound there by Jordan Ellerby. So strong. Great look in transition. It's a thing of beauty, everything but the finish. And Hayes Altamare can't stand that call. Ryan Ansell, he's out to midcourt. That's a tough call.
And that's Altamare's 4th right there. Hate to see that happen. He'll be subbed out again. Preston Washington will take his spot. And he's been the main guy for the Explorers all night long, and that 4th foul right there is just tough to see.
Well, you've seen it now each of the last 2 games, Danny. 2 nights ago, it was Nick Parisi who got knocked on his way by there, who he picked up his 4th foul. He was the best player on the floor that night. And tonight, the most efficient player, that was probably a carry not called. Most efficient player for LaSalle has been Hayes Altamare, and now he has to sit down with 5 minutes to play in the 3rd.
Yeah, and right there, Liam Hawley does a great job of getting in the basket time and time again. A little hesitation and the put up. Too easy.
Sorry for the fuzz there. We're back. You know what? Nick that one more time if you can, Brady. There we go. That's nice and clear. And a near turnover there, but it'll go the other way. Hawley. Shields is guarded by Ellerby. Preston Washington, and got himself into trouble there. Ellerby has been everywhere defensively. Jaron McKee, get those puppies organized.
Yeah, that's an all-star play right there from Jaron McKee. One dribble, reset yourself, and fire that one off.
And Washington again got himself in trouble.
Still a great play, though, there to find Parisi down in the corner, and then that floater was beauty.
It's a good thing Parisi saw it and started cutting to the basketball. Got to play off 2 feet there, and he struggled with that each of the last 2 possessions. Liam Hawley picks up his second personal foul, team's second. 18-point game, 3 minutes and 44 seconds to play here in the third quarter on a Friday night in the Philadelphia Catholic League. It's a religion around these parts. 7 gyms are going to be packed to the gills here tonight across the league. Oh, good look inside by Lesevich. Just couldn't finish on the pass attempt for Harper. Parisi knifes his way and too strong off the window.
Just a little bit too strong right there, but a great spin move from Parisi. Great attempt to get to the basket.
And Joe Shields gets the steal. And a goaltend to give the basket to LaSalle.
Yeah, absolutely the right call made right there, and Shields did a great job to pickpocket all the way to get right to the rim and put that one up.
And that was a nice job by Shields as well. I think he was very conscious of Jalen Harper running down the floor there. And so did not delay. Got right to the hoop. Tried to get that ball off the glass as quickly as he could, knowing the shot block threat. Without rushing, though. I mean, it's so easy to just kind of clank that one off too hard, too strong off the window. Lesevich. It's a 16-point game, and here comes Nick Parisi. He's got no numbers. A deep one. He has been working really hard, Danny, and sometimes the legs start to go.
Yeah, absolutely right there. That was a deep tray there for Parisi, and he can hit that from that range, but that one just off the front end.
That was a heck of a pass. We're going to get another look at this here, guys. And McGuire's thinking, man, I got to finish this. Otherwise, this isn't the highlight that it really needs to be. Hello. No look. Get that ball to McGuire.
Yeah, with the back turn, that's just so hard to do. And pulls that one off, makes it look easy.
Back to an 18-point lead. Hawley creates space, couldn't quite finish, and it's going to go St. Joe's Prep way.
Yeah, unfortunate right there. Hawley did a great job at using his body there. Just like you said, Bob, create a little bit of space. Try and see if he can put one up. Could not fall.
He knows his game, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. He has a great sense of where the basket is at all times and where he is in correlation to that.
Jaron McKee from the elbow. McGuire wouldn't call that the stillest, screen I've ever seen, and that's going to make it very difficult to guard a guy like Jaron McKee. Good job by Hudak on the other end, and Oliver certainly early to say here with 1:34 to play in the third quarter, but this game was 38-15 early in the second quarter, and LaSalle has hung in. They could have packed it in and called it a night, but here they are down 17 late in the third.
Yeah, good to see them get points closer to halftime, get it a little closer at the half, and then they had a really hot start, converting on 3 of their first 4 plays offensively, but then a couple offensive rebounds from the Prep to get their points, and then they took off with it again. So see if they can, LaSalle can turn their momentum back and get some more points here and chip it down before the fourth quarter.
For those of you just joining us here tonight, you certainly know Danny. Danny Rovey has been a star with us for many years. Brady Joyce has been awesome on the camera. It's Oliver Gomez's first night on the broadcast, doing a great job. Oliver, tell us, do you have any favorite college basketball teams? Are you a big college basketball fan?
Not a huge college basketball guy. Obviously, March Madness is a lot of fun, but I like to follow the local teams, the Big Five. Obviously great to see those games, which are locally televised. So good to see what's being followed with local, and then I try to make it to a couple games, get down University of Pennsylvania, those games whenever I can.
The Palestra, the best, the cathedral of college basketball. So LaSalle got to stop out of that timeout. And every possession so important to try to get a good look here. Trying to crawl their way back. Get it down to 14 or 12. Heading to the fourth quarter. Washington, a lot of dribbling here. Skip pass. Hudak for three. That would have been a big one. And Ellerby has less if it's up the floor if he could find him. Now he does. Open three. And he got his own rebound. Hudak with 38 seconds left. Look at him knife down the floor. Unafraid getting to the hoop.
Yeah, that ball right there was a toss-up. Hudak came out on top. And how about that acceleration to get all the way down, coast to coast to the basket?
Oh, my. Cold-blooded from Jaron McKee. I tell you, a miss there, and you feel a little differently about things. Sal getting the ball in the final possession, cut it to 13 or 12. Instead, a dagger three. It's an 18-point game with 9 seconds to play in the third.
Yeah, Jaron McKee just refuses to miss when it matters most. Preston Washington with the ball now. Finds Bear down low, and he's picked up with the foul.
He's kind of got that high right-handed dribble that, some might call that right there a carry. Again, certainly not us making the call. We're not the officials.
I can absolutely see that, though.
Yeah.
Definitely a valid argument to be made.
But it's a good pass inside to Bear, who was ready to catch and go up with it.
Convert on the first, and that's big right there. Like LaSalle ended the last quarter, it's just so important to be able to get on the board whenever the chance is present.
I don't think this is going to be heard well on the air, but a couple of our youngest and most enthusiastic patrons below, I think, have Baby Shark going. And kind of hear that in my ear. I see that a couple rows below.
Some added effects there for our broadcast.
So it's a 17-point game headed to the fourth quarter. Been a really good one thus far. We'll take a very quick break and come back for the fourth.
Next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
Fourth quarter is underway. And LaSalle back in that zone, trying to slow down St. Joe's Prep offensively. Washington. Oh, Joey O'Brien, can you throw it down? Oh! Give me the chin up as well.
We have liftoff again. Joey O'Brien getting all the way up there. Hammer that one home.
Huck Palmer, knock it down. Notch that one down on the dunk tracker for Joey O'Brien. And now Parisi going up strong. Count it and one. 13-point game.
What a huge play right there. Two plays back-to-back for the Explorers. O'Brien throws that one down, and then Parisi, the awareness with the steal, all the way to the rack, and then he'll draw the N1 opportunity.
Yeah, it's not just huge, for the score, obviously, and chance for to get 5 quick points here, but it's also huge for momentum right now. LaSalle, 2 quick steals, some really quick points, and if they can keep this going, they can get themselves back in this game.
Gavin Pennington and Jackson McGuire had checked into the game to start the fourth quarter. A very, very quick break for Jaron McKee and Jordan Ellerby. Guess what? Whatever break he wanted to give him, it was cut short. They got their ball handlers back on the floor because it is a 12-point game, and he's in a lot of trouble. That's a nice job from Gorman to get the ball to Lesovitz.
Yeah, LaSalle had committed too many men, and then Lesovitz was wide open there, way down low. Nice put up.
The folks who are in this packed gym tonight, a blocking foul is called. They're going to wave that off. Second team foul against St. Joseph's Prep, but really a capacity crowd. You got some people actually lining the baseline here. Maybe their first time seeing this team, maybe this first time seeing this new coaching staff, and I think there's some enthusiasm coming from a team that was down 23 to arguably the best team in this league. Veteran laden with these guards. Bear just wasn't quite ready to go up with it. And Parisi has the pocket picked. Bear's on the floor, and a foul is going to be called. And it goes against St. Joe's Prep. Goes against Olin Chamberlain.
That's a great hustle play right there. A lot of bodies on the ground, but we can see
it's kind of
the foul's drawn right there. I mean, at what point in that sequence is the foul drawn?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's play on, but
yeah,
LaSalle fans happy about it. I guess the point I was making is that folks are seeing some fight in this team. Yes, they're giving up a lot of what you would call pure talent against the St. Joe's Prep team, a team that was good enough to win the 6A title last year. They were arguably a game against Archbishop Wood away from having that opportunity against a team that's rebuilding. You know, had 4 guys transfer out of here from the sophomore class last year, had to reinvent themselves, find themselves, build a new culture, and Oliver, they're doing a good job putting themselves in this game here tonight.
Yeah, 100%. They got that foul right there, but it's just putting themselves on the ball, being aggressive in these past couple plays with the 2 steals, and then they get the ball back. So 14-point deficit, a couple minutes left. They can really do something crazy here, try to get back into this game. It'd be awesome to see.
This portion of today's game brought to you by Next Play Basketball. It's an AAU basketball organization here in the Philadelphia area with teams from 3rd grade through 12th grade, boys and girls, individual clinics, and team competitions. You can reach out to them via their Facebook page and online. That's Next Play Basketball, proud sponsor of Bob Long Sports.
Luke Hudock there, careful to not step back court.
3 fouls through the first minute and 20 seconds here in the fourth quarter for St. Joe's Prep. Parisi spins, fades away, and O'Brien just overshoots that one on the offensive rebound. Harper. I am not sure that St. Joe's Prep has kind of parked the offense and put it in the half court in their lexicon. There is no reason to run this fast, up 14 points. Nick Parisi, count it.
How about that layup right there? Almost looked like a little up and under action for Nick Parisi.
I mean, what is St. Joe's Prep doing? It's too well-coached a team and too intelligent of guys to move this fast up 12.
Yeah, Prep been on the front foot the whole game, and now they see themselves on the back foot with LaSalle with the momentum. There's a 3.
It's a 9-point game, and we got an eternity to go in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of time here for the Explorers to continue chipping away at this lead.
And Ellerby is dinged up. He might have just landed awkwardly there, hopefully just a cramp. Kind of pulling at that back calf. Lightning quick as LaSalle's making their way back, and Ellerby is being helped off the floor by Olin Chamberlain and Jaron McKee. I love Ellerby's game. I just love watching him play, and I hope that that he's okay.
Absolutely.
He'll certainly get great attention. Dave Crow, the trainer for LaSalle, coming over to look at him. Again, looked just like a cramp. Maybe the end landed a little bit awkwardly. But not to be overshadowed, a Nick Parisi triple has made this a 9-point game, and there's some life in the gym. Nick Parisi nearly got a steal. And that's going to be LaSalle basketball. Danny, again, I know LRB just came out of the game, but, I mean, this is a contested shot. Hudak squares him up, kind of one-foots that one, one-hands it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the look that when, you look at that coaching staff and Jason Harrigan, I don't know if that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, and you can let that play develop a little bit, I feel like. There's no shot clock, obviously, and you're up by 9 points still, so you're still not in a rush. You're not in a hurry to score baskets, but I think a lot of that gets to your head, and you have a player like Nick Parisi that scores like that.
7-point game. Extra pass, and you got to give that one to him.
Yeah, Prep really rushing themselves right now. They've been ahead by so much all game. Now that LaSalle is coming back, I think they're trying to rush themselves into a bigger lead, but they don't have to do that. Oh, wow.
Preston Washington cuts it to 5.
And Preston Washington, that's just a hard-nosed bucket right there. Find your way to the rack, take him on one-on-one. Oh, you got another guy? No problem. What a difficult shot right there. An acrobatic layup with the and one opportunity. And the Explorers, it's a 5-point game. Ridiculous.
4 fouls for St. Joe's Prep as well. LaSalle will be in the bonus the rest of the way. O'Brien. Timeout. That's a lightning quick timeout called there. A great job. No, they called the foul. Wow. Wow, tough call.
So I guess it was a little bit of a reckless play there from O'Brien, diving on that ball towards the end of the sequence. You can see, I guess, right there.
Boy, it's a tough call.
It is definitely tough.
O'Brien with a couple really big rebounds today, some really impressive rebounds. He's been a huge part of the game right now as a sophomore.
And LaSalle goes full court for the first time against this guard-laden team for St. Joe's Prep.
Yeah, and Preston Washington got a nice handle on that right there. I'll tell you what, the Explorers are reading these passes very well. We got ourselves a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. There's no better place to be right now than either here or on Bob Long Sports.
Washington nearly got the steal. Olin Chamberlain. Rebound. Who's that last touch by? St. Joe's Prep.
That's a big miss from Olin Chamberlain there. It looked good off the fingers. He had some space. Right now, Hayes Altamari checking in. He's had a great game so far for these Explorers.
4 personal fouls for Hayes Altamari. We talked about that. He went out midway through the third quarter. Now's the time where you put him back in the game. Was lightning hot from 3 to start the contest and played off 2 feet well, able to get to good spots and put it in. Preston Washington, what a look. Extra one for Parisi. 2-point game. 2-point game.
2 minutes ago, this was a 15-point game, and now they're within 1 score.
It was a 17-point lead for St. Joe's Prep at the end of the third quarter.
Parisi right there, just an excellent stroke. He's so confident there from the perimeter. So important, these Explorers are right on Prep.
And that's it for Hayes Altamari. Preston Washington almost, probably should have, quite frankly, picked up a technical foul for that ball bounce. That's it for Hayes Altamari.
Yeah, and Altamari arguing that he didn't really make contact right there, but you could see he had that lower arm on the backside of the jersey.
Yeah, it's tough to see for Hayes. He's obviously a big part of this team now, and to see him go out in a game that it's tough to see him go out.
So another addition here to the plot in this game. I mean, absolutely unbelievable here.
And for St. Joe's Prep, a chance to really calm things down, see something go through the cylinder, and take control back here. Jaron McKee had a cold-blooded 3 late in the first half. Big free throws. Calm, cool. And got all 3. That's why he's a first-team All-Catholic guy. Almost without a doubt, and I think he's got a good chance to win the Player of the Year. Nick Parisi, that's a tough shot. Goes off the side of the backboard.
Yeah, Parisi took him in a little bit too far there. Driving into the cup and down 5 here. A little bit under 3.5 minutes to go.
And this is it right here for St. Joe's Prep. Take some air out of the ball, run a half-court set, and he got bailed out with that foul call. Driving into traffic. That's a tough call there if you're a LaSalle fan.
Absolutely a tough call. It almost looked like he was reckless going up, but again, from our standpoint there, we didn't really see that contact.
Oof.
That was given by Parisi, but I don't know. I mean, it definitely looked a little bit reckless going up.
Tough call.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Prep taking advantage of these calls, making now 4 straight free throws.
So what was a 2-point game is now a 7-point game. Does LaSalle have another run in them? Hayes Altamare is fouled out. Washington, Hudak for 3. It's good.
And just like that, the Explorers are back. Down 4, 3 minutes left. Oh, Joey O'Brien, how about that?
And he will shoot 2 at the line.
How about the awareness from Joey O'Brien? A heads-up play. And he sends himself to the line. Wow. Can you believe it?
And this is the difference we see when they make all of their threes. Everything in the past couple minutes has been going down, and they take a lot of threes. They're really aggressive from behind the line. And seeing them make these, it's obvious how much of a difference it makes.
Back within 1 possession.
That's a big one right there. Like you said, that 1 possession free throw, so huge.
Solid. LaSalle again picks up full court. And now they're quickly back into that half-court set. An eternity left in this one. 2:45 to play. Ellerby, Jaron McKee, no good. And Shields brings it down. Need a ball handler to come back to him here.
Yeah, and it seemed like McKee was a little bit rattled there. Shields was standing underneath the basket, stationary, looking for the charge. Brought him off his feet, missed the layup. Preston Washington driving in.
Too short off the tough shot going to his right hand. Good defense by Gorman.
Looked a little bit tipped as well. Got a hand on that.
Harper, so strong. 4-point lead. And St. Joe's Prep, they've had the answers when LaSalle has gotten within 1 possession. Parisi. Nick Parisi. He's fouled as he goes to the hoop.
Yeah, Nick Parisi hacked hard right there going up. A lot of contact on the wrist. So we'll send him to the line here. See right there, comes from behind. So just a little bit of contact there on the skin. Sal down 4.
Couple early misses from the line for Parisi. Hits the big one there. And again, a make here allows LaSalle to set up that full court pressure again out of a dead ball situation. Well short, but LaSalle got a hand on it. Parisi, yes, 1-point game.
I mean, how about that? What a hustle play, Joey O'Brien to get the offensive rebound. The Explorers are amped up. People are on their feet.
Jim,
what a play.
Jim, that was lifeless At the beginning of the fourth quarter, student section was all down. Now everybody's standing up, and it's loud here.
What a game.
I mean, Oliver, you mentioned a change of momentum right here. I think we pretty much got it.
Yeah.
How about that? A 1-point game.
Wow.
I mean, just a ridiculous comeback here for the Explorers, and we have a lot of action coming up.
This portion of today's game brought to you by the Great American Pub. One of these teams is going to go out celebrating after this one, and hopefully whomever that is goes to the Great American Pub in either Phoenixville or Conshohocken. Thanks to the Hampshire family for sponsoring our broadcasts over all these years. We appreciate them. They allow us to do what we do here across the Philadelphia Catholic League and beyond. And then E&M Insurance in North Wales, run by Chris Marr, class of 1989 with 2 sons that went to LaSalle. They're an insurance company on the property and casualty side. They can help you to improve your policy. Visit them at eandminsurance.com.
Before we get to what's going to be an awesome finish here, I think no matter what happens in this game, it's a huge game for LaSalle. A team that was supposed to blow them out of the water. It's huge to see them come back from that lead that they were supposed to have.
Washington picks up the personal foul. It's not a bad foul to take. His second, team's 4th. The next foul will put St. Joe's Prep in the bonus.
Yeah, so ever important that LaSalle stays as composed as ever here with under 2 minutes to go.
LRB is picked from behind.
Big play from O'Brien again.
I mean, just talk about a heads-up basketball player. Great job coming in from behind. Can't even see him. Pickpocket. How about that?
That 5-second clock is going, and that is a really difficult call. That is a rule that I've had an issue with at the high school level for a long time. He is advancing the ball there. He is driving the ball right here. And to continue that is a unbelievable call at that juncture. And so now St. Joe's Prep will go to the line to shoot 2.
A tough one to give up and send him to the line right there. Just hard to wrap my head around.
Now that official was counting that off right in front of the coaches. They could have called timeout there.
He had the movement going in, though. That was the issue.
Oh, I agree.
Wow.
And that discussion is happening right now with Ryan Ansell and that referee.
Free throws playing a huge part of the game for both sides right now.
Still a one-possession game here.
And Ryan Ansell is going to learn it the hard way there, but it's one of those rules that he did not see at the college level. This is for the tie. And that's going to stay here with 1:05 to play.
That's the difference we've seen. In the beginning of the game, it was the Prep with all of the offensive rebounds. Now LaSalle the past couple, getting that ball to go to bounds again off the Prep.
Keep an eye on Nick Parisi, by the way. He's inbounding the basketball. Well, let's see if they can get the ball back to him curling. Washington. Parisi. Parisi finished.
Ooh. Definitely a lot of contact
give
right
it back
there.
up.
I think Parisi was out of bounds when he touched the ball. Wow.
Wow, let's get another look.
That is an interesting technical to call.
Here we go. Yep. Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Out of bounds.
It's a no-brainer based on that replay. They have to make that call. There's no other call to make.
Was he? Oh yeah, he was definitely back right there. See, I didn't know if he was actively making an effort to come across the line. Maybe he was like a foot over the line. Where I can understand the foul, but maybe not the technical. But I mean, if you're that far back, then
big call, but the only call you can make there.
Yeah.
They nailed it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. To make that judgment right there with this notion of the game is definitely a hard thing to do.
And obviously you got the 2 foul shots, but now St. Joe's Prep has the basketball. You're down 3 points. Double bonus the rest of the way. And now the question is, Nick Parisi went to the trainer momentarily, and perhaps he can't be in the game right now. Now they're trying to quickly throw the number 41 jersey on Nick Parisi to handle the blood. They don't want him to sit out any plays. But honestly, it shouldn't be a massive issue because LaSalle is playing defense right now. And they're either going to have to foul St. Joe's Prep, or if they get a steal, they might be able to just call timeout and put Nick Parisi in the game at that point. So, here we go. .38 seconds to go. LaSalle, for the moment, staying in the man-to-man defense. They got to come get the basketball. Here comes Olin Chamberlain. That's not the guy you want to foul, ideally. Tough shot. Oh, they called a foul.
And a late whistle right there. I would almost think it'd be a travel going up and down like that, but they call it on LaSalle.
He does bring the arms down, does Parisi.
I mean,
right there, the second pump.
Wow.
Yeah. Clear that obviously LaSalle didn't want to foul, wanted to get that steal, but especially because of how good Prep has been.
Second arm right there.
My goodness. We tried to keep the body as straight as possible right there. A lot of this LaSalle bench and supporters are still arguing the travel going up and down with that ball, but
it is a 5-point game, and LaSalle needs to move quick. Got to find Parisi. He's the most dynamic with the ball in his hands. Washington, a lot of dribbling, and he's fouled with 11 seconds left. Here's why that's important, not knowing exactly how many timeouts LaSalle has left. Remember that after a made bucket in the run of play, clock does not stop. So now what this does, you can keep a timeout in your pocket. You need Washington to hit both foul shots, no doubt about it. But you don't have the clock running after the hoop. So if you get this to 77-74, dead ball situation, you got time to play with.
yeah, absolutely, Bob. And like you said, just so imminent, he makes both these shots.
Here's the big one. Missed it. And the rebound corralled by Jaron McKee. You got to foul him immediately.
You have to foul immediately.
Oh, my goodness, a jump ball. I cannot believe that call.
O'Brien got his hands around the ball right there. I mean, that right there is humongous for LaSalle. The arrow is pointing in the direction of the bench. You can definitely see that Harrigan is absolutely fired up over that.
Yeah, I would be too.
And that is a LaSalle ball. They're two possessions away, but
I mean,
5.6 seconds remain, and they're down 4. And that's their ball in the baseline. Unbelievable.
It is really tough to officiate a high school basketball game, and I want zero parts of it.
Absolutely.
Not a game like this.
Yep.
However,
with that being said,
that's a wild call there.
Yeah, both teams having some problems. LaSalle having a couple fouls not go their way. But here right now, it's the Prep dealing with it. And see if LaSalle can take advantage of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can definitely hear some of the parents and fans and spectators here getting into it as well. I mean, such a heated rivalry over the years, such a tight dispute. And right now, just so crucial that LaSalle is able to fire a shot off quick, foul, and then hope that, they're able to miss a shot and come back here. But it'll be an uphill battle in these 5.6 seconds.
So with 5.6 seconds to play, LaSalle's going to need to be ready to call timeout immediately after a made basket to stop the clock and give themselves a chance. It's going to have to start with an out-of-bounds play to create a shot very quickly. Here comes Nick Parisi off the screen. Shield puts it up. Washington puts it up again. That one will go. Timeout called. And I think you can put about 0.7 or so seconds back on the clock. In fact, they really should be asking us. We got the best view at this.
About 1.2, I guess.
Well, let's see.
Something around that area.
Let's see what they put back on this clock.
I have something around 1.2, 1.3 area.
Yep. Yeah, 1.2, 1.1. I agree. So the timeout was called immediately after the Washington deuce.
Yep.
It's a full timeout. It's a 77-75 lead for St. Joe's Prep. Hawks have the basketball, and one inbounds here should just about do it. LaSalle needs to get a foul clearly right away, but you're looking for a steal and to somehow put this ball up with less than a second to go here.
Uphill battle, absolutely. I mean, what a game we've called today, Bob. So much drama, so many highlight plays, back and forth in this one. And
Oliver, if you took this game early second quarter, St. Joe's Prep had beaten the prohibitive favorites in the Catholic League, Archbishop Bryan, in game one. They're up 23 points here. You're thinking they're on cruise control. But now they got to do this to close this game out here. 0.9 seconds to go. St. Joe's Prep gets the ball in. Oh, and they called a foul on Nick Parisi. That ball was going out of bounds. Another look.
Wow.
They're calling a trip.
Both players were down. Let's see. Wow. Interesting. That is an interesting call as well. As we know, Prep is well into the bonus. It looks like he was already falling on his own.
He got his
it
right
looked
arm
like he was
around
falling
him
without Parisi.
Yeah, it's a tough call.
That is a really, really tough call. I mean, Bob, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but if he's the guy that hits that floor first, and that's not a trip on Parisi.
Yeah, I think they had the right arm of Parisi coming around the right shoulder of Ellerby.
Any chance for LaSalle needs a miss here?
And with 0.3 seconds left, you can technically catch it and shoot it. Anything less than that, it has to be a tip. A make here certainly ends it. Good if it goes, and it is short.
What a game.
What a game indeed. St. Joe's Prep, they hang in there.
They call a timeout.
Oh, wow.
LaSalle call a timeout. The game is not over yet. LaSalle call a timeout. The whistles were blown.
That's interesting.
You still have ball game.
How much are they going to put on?
That's the thing. You can't have the full 0.3.
It's got to be 0.2.
So I think it has to be a tip at this point.
Wow. They're going to award LaSalle the timeout.
Yep.
But the matter is just how much time is on that clock. It's almost like you wish you had milliseconds on this clock.
Well, you have to possess the basketball. So I think they have to take it down by at least 0.1, which is great news for St. Joe's Prep.
Yeah.
Not as good news as if the game was over, of course. But even if it ticks down to 0.2, it has to be a tip at that point. And down 3, there's really difficult to imagine that resulting in something that could get you a decent look. And that's what's being discussed right now. Let's take you to the score table. The 3 officials have been discussing for a long time now.
And the referee had absolutely blown the whistle before that buzzer went off. As soon as Parisi had the ball in his hands, the whistle was blown, that was 0.2 seconds.
And I think that was
right there, 0.2.
And I think that was a discussion from that LaSalle bench.
Yeah.
To tell the official on a miss, as soon as we possess, we're calling timeout.
Yeah.
The officials did exactly the right thing because you have to possess the basketball, so you have to take at least 0.1 off the clock.
At the very, very least, yeah.
Which, again, not to beat the horse, you cannot catch and shoot it by rule. Too much time is deemed to run off the clock for anything but a tip when it's under 0.3. 78-75. Here's the final play of regulation. LaSalle came back from 23 points down. Do they have one more miracle in them?
Wow.
Not to be. St. Joe's Prep hangs on against all odds against LaSalle in a rivalry game.
I mean, just what a heartbreak there for LaSalle. Unbelievable there, down by so much in the first and second quarter. It looked like this was a blowout win for what someone would think would be the upcoming, PCL Final Four team of that caliber. It's coming on off a win against Archbishop Ryan, but LaSalle battled back at halftime, and they had a tremendous third quarter like we talked about, and a great fourth quarter too. That start of the fourth quarter was great. LaSalle hit a lot of big shots. How about some quick takeaways, Oliver?
Yeah, like you said, it is heartbreaking for this game, obviously, because it would have been so awesome to see LaSalle get a win in terms of not just getting themselves back on track in the standings, but in terms of momentum. But, as we go to Bob.
Yep.
Jordan Ellerby, Jaron McKee with us here post-game. Boy, what an experience that was, fighting off a comeback. What was the difference in the end?
I just felt like we felt like complacent, like we had the lead, and we should have just finished all the way through all 32 minutes.
But then you have to come up with big plays down the stretch, Jaron, and you do. How?
We just follow. We stick to the script. Coach always draws up great plays for us. We just follow his leads. Leads us to success.
After coming off a huge win on Tuesday against Archbishop Ryan on your home floor, what is it like coming back on just 2 days rest against a team like LaSalle that's hungry?
I mean, you can't really, after you've done a game, you just have to go on to the next and go day by day and just keep looking forward for success.
And then so, Jaron, 2-0 in the Catholic League. I know it wasn't as pretty as you guys wanted it to be, but 2-0 in this league doesn't come easy. And so now you sit atop the standings. How do you guys feel going into your first weekend here in league play?
Obviously it feels good, but, we can't be satisfied. Always got to strive for more. Next practice, got to go even harder. Prepare for Carroll on Monday.
And Carroll's a tough team. They can shoot the rock. In terms of you guys, what challenges do you see in terms of what they bring defensively, in terms of what you guys want to do offensively?
They're very active, long, so, we gotta swing the rock, find the gaps in the defense, find shooters, just stick to what we do best.
Jordan, last one for you. So it's a rivalry game here. You guys, arch rivals in this league for so long. You've been through this iteration of this game for quite a few years now. What did this one kind of say to you, and what did you think of this game tonight in a rivalry environment?
I mean, this one was kind of a wake-up call to always take every game serious, no matter who it is or who your opponent is, because anything can happen at any given moment in this league.
Jordan Ellerby, Jaron McKee, great job hanging in there tonight. Congrats on the win, and we'll talk to your coach here. We'll let you guys go. Enjoy.
Yeah, obviously a big day for both of those players. Well spoken, and here we'll take it down to Jason Harrigan.
Jason Harrigan is with us here. Jason, wow, what an experience down the stretch there, and you guys hung in and won it.
Yeah, man, I mean, give credit to LaSalle. They never stopped fighting. I think we got up 20 early. I think we were playing really, really well. And I think that, like I said earlier, these games are 32 minutes, so you got to play the whole game out. And, credit to LaSalle, they kept pushing, made us play the whole 32 minutes to the last 0.2 seconds. But they fought. Our guys, they didn't fold into that. The crowd got into it. We made some uncharacteristic mistakes. And it seemed like everything that could go wrong went wrong, but found a way to make our free throws down the stretch, stay together, and finish the game out.
Can an experience like this help you for games later?
100%. When we talk about playing 32 minutes, that doesn't matter if you're up 20 or down 15, 16 the other night. You could be on either side of the coin. And this league is, that's why this league is so great. I'm not sure everybody here tonight enjoyed the game. Great atmosphere, competitiveness. It definitely makes you better just to, figure out some things you need to do, keep your foot on the gas, and some things we need to clean up. So hats off to LaSalle, and I'm glad our guys stuck with it, battled to the end, and finished the game.
And an oval in the loss column in the Philadelphia Catholic League is a big deal. You guys sit atop the standings. That has to feel good regardless of how you got there here tonight.
For sure. 1-0 was good. 2-0 is even better. We'll take it for sure. Any win in this league, these guys were with me when we first started this, and wins were very, very hard to come by, as they still are. So we don't take any of them for granted. We're going to enjoy this win and get ready for Carroll on Monday.
Enjoy the night. Enjoy the weekend. Thanks for doing it.
Thanks a lot, Bob.
Jason Harrigan with us. congrats on the win, Danny.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Jason Harrigan, well-spoken. He's a great coach, has a great pedigree in the PCL. Absolutely a thriller of a game for you guys today. And our LaSalle Explorers will look to take on the Tide of Devon Prep on Monday. So you can look to see that on Bob Long Sports Monday evening. It should be a good one for you guys. On behalf of Bob Long Sports, my friend Oliver here, as well as Brady on the camera, I'm Danny Rovey. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.